Welcome everyone. One of the biggest myths in injury recovery is that you need to be pain-free before you can start to make any progress. But in reality, if I would have waited until I felt perfect, I would still be stuck at where I started to this day. The truth is, if you're injured, you're probably already experiencing discomfort during daily activities such as standing up, sitting down, or getting in and out of a car. Waiting for pain to completely disappear often means waiting forever. Recovery isn't about eliminating all pain before you can move. It's about learning how to move in a way that still respects your body, yet still challenges it to adapt. There is always an alternative way of doing things to suit your specific needs. It just takes a little bit of extra creativity. And that doesn't mean pushing through sharp pain or ignoring flare-ups. It's about choosing exercises that you can perform well with minimal discomfort and avoiding the ones that only consistently make things worse. An example of that for me would be the clamshell exercise. If I can't perform it with good form and it only brings more discomfort to me, I'm not even gonna waste my time doing it. Instead, I'm gonna opt for a different exercise that is a lot more accessible to me, yet still targets the same muscles, such as a sideline hip abduction. For me, certain stretches felt like they should help, but instead they only caused me more irritation. Instead of forcing myself through them, I had to accept that my body required a different approach. An example of this is the couch stretch. This is one of the most popular and commonly prescribed stretches for those with tightness in the front of the hip. But whenever I would do it, I was not able to maintain balance and proper postural alignment, only resulting in more aggravation in the front of my hips and me performing the stretch with very bad form. So instead, I opted for a different stretch that still stretches the front of the hip and the quads, such as the prone quad stretch. And the reason why I like this stretch is that it still stretches the same areas that the couch stretch would, but it doesn't require literally any balance because you're just laying on the floor, and way less postural control. So I was able to get the most out of it because it was a lot more accessible for me and my injury. Real progress comes from correcting movement patterns, improving posture, and strengthening weak links, not from constantly chasing temporary relief. This is why it is so very easy to fall into the trap of always chasing that relief, especially when you're dealing with chronic pain. Even if your symptoms lessen for a bit, you'll just be right back at square one. You don't need perfect days to move forward. What you actually need is consistent and intelligent effort, even on the days where discomfort is still there. Pain may be there regardless, but deciding on whether or not you're gonna let that stop you from doing what you have to do is completely and utterly up to you. Some days your range of motion will feel better and other days it just won't. But that does not mean you're failing. It just means you're adapting. Showing up for yourself even on those bad days is what builds the necessary confidence you need to keep on pressing forward. The goal isn't to be pain-free before you start. The goal is to move better, build resilience, and slowly reduce symptoms over time. Recovery is not a linear process, and you will feel like you are fighting an uphill battle for most of the time. But make no mistake, if you are being consistent, you will see results. If you're waiting to feel perfect before taking any action, let this be your reminder that progress doesn't require perfection. It requires patience, awareness, and consistency. The longer you take to get started will only mean the longer you will remain in pain without any sense of direction. If anything in this video helped you, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for your time.